Hey guys, this is Jonas with BlueJuju.com, and today we're going to show you a little bit of a tutorial on how to create some of these effects that we did in the Duck Hunt movie, the Duck Hunt Revenge. It's pretty basic. There's a few things you're going to need to set up at first. We're in After Effects right now just because I want to show you a preview of kind of what we're getting into. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. The most labor-intensive part of this process is actually done in Photoshop. So we're going to go over to Photoshop right now, and I'm going to kind of give you the run-through of what you're going to need. This is what they call a sprite sheet. So they're widely available on the internet. You really just Google sprite sheets. As you can see down here, most of the people don't even want credit for them. They're free to use, free to download. So, after knowing that bit of information, you're probably going to wonder, how do you get rid of this green stuff? Because you're not going to need that in your animation. So what you do is you're going to go up to Select, Color Range, and you're going to push OK. And that's going to select the green area there. Alright? And what you're going to want to do is just delete that green area. And now you are free. Okay. Control D is going to deselect that for you. But now you're free to cut out each individual animation and put them together. Now, this is a timely process, so I'm not going to bore you with how I did it, but basically you just get your lasso tool, you lasso out each one of these in order, go down to your animation bar that's down here at the bottom. If it's not available on yours, you can always go to Window, and then you can go to Workspace and then Reset Essentials, and that'll have your timeline pop up there. With a little bit of work, you can easily put an animation together. And after you have that, okay, we're back over here in After Effects, and I've actually set up a complete library of these animations. Everything that has to do with the ducks, I have, these are the ones just moving across, but over on my website, bluejuju.com, I'm going to have the full project file available for you to download. That way you can follow along with this tutorial. And basically it just has the dog laughing, dog jumping, and whatever you're going to need to basically make this tutorial will be included in the project file. So, let's get started. We have our background footage just right here, so we'll just bring that on in. Alright, and as you can see, if we scrub through the footage, all it is up, down, and then that's it. So we got about 15 seconds of footage there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go get our dog asset. So we'll go over here, and the walk and jump is the one that we're going to grab, and that goes directly underneath there. Okay. Now, we have the dog in our timeline, but we can't see him because he needs to be on top. Aha! Just see if you're paying attention. If I can get it up there, that'd be great. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to take him, that's a little bit bigger than I want, so we're going to hit S and bring up scale, and we're going to bring him down to size a little bit. That's better. And after you have your animations done, they're really easy to set up. Basically, you're going to want to scrub forward just to kind of see where the camera starts to pan up at. So you want to make sure your dog's gone by then. So we're going to just bring that footage to match up there. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to shut him off for right now. We're going to go down to our background layer, and we're going to hit Control D, and that's going to duplicate your layer. And then we go for the fun stuff. Just kidding, it's not fun at all. It's rotoscoping, which no one likes to do, but actually, you know, it's meticulous, but I kind of enjoy it. Anyway, what you're going to do is, wherever your dog's going to jump behind, obviously you're going to have to mask that out. So, the first couple times I did this, I was really accurate, trying to get all the detail in, but as you can see, it's green on green, and you can't really tell what bush is what, per se. So, we are going to just go ahead and mask this out kind of roughly. And there we go. And let's see here. I want lots of space, so I'm coming down here. Okay. And now we have our mask around our bush. Alright. Now, so that it is not completely terrible, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the mask properties. Click on that, hit F, and I think we're going to feather it out about 5 pixels ought to do it. Now, it blends in a little bit better, and we will get back to animating our dog. And we'll go back to the dog here. We'll hit P for position on that layer, and we'll click our stopwatch to set a keyframe. We're going to go ahead and move this forward here a little bit till you see him get happy there. So we're going to move him because he's about to jump. So move him right about there, I guess. That'll work. And we'll go ahead and he's jumping a little bit too far. We can always just adjust our mask again if you want. We'll just fix that real quick. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, so now we have the dog jumping over the bush. I want to clear your mask out of here. If you just select this little square right here, it turns your mask on and off, and we'll see if that looks good or not. And he goes a little bit outside of our mask here, so we'll bring that over. And this is really just a kind of by eye thing that you guys will have to figure out what looks good on your footage. And there we go. Looking good. Alright, now moving on to the next part. We are going to do a sky replacement. And I have a little trick that I would like to share with you as far as that goes. There's a few different ways you can do this. You can, if you have a completely blue sky, you can just do a regular color key, which would be Effects, Keying, Color Key, and you can just remove the blue from the sky. But I like to make a matte, personally. And so what we'll do, I'll show you a little trick for doing that. Just take your background layer here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to duplicate it. And you're going to select the top layer, go to Effects, Color Correction, Colorama. And we got some good looking stuff there, huh? Yeah. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your output cycle, and you're going to choose Ramp Gray. Alright? And what we effectively done here is we're going to, about 3/4 of the way through, we're going to click there, hit black, push OK. Okay, now what we're doing is we're isolating the black and the white colors. So, what we're going to do to get rid of all the gray stuff is we're going to click about halfway in there, hit white, OK. And then what that'll do is that pulls out all the grays in between there. So it really gives you a good level to be able to adjust your matte. So that looks pretty good to me. So what we're going to do down here is we're going to go to our track matte. If this isn't open right here, all you got to do is go to toggle switches, and that'll toggle your switches open. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Luma Matte Inverted. Okay. And now what we've effectively done is made a track matte. And all a track matte is basically a masked out layer. This one's using the alpha of the bottom layer, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer, new, solid, and we're going to choose this here pink color, and we're going to move it behind there, and that way you can see what we've done there. And what I would probably do is, or what I did do last time, was I duplicated the layer and then I just played with the opacity of this layer. Just hit T for opacity, and then keyframe it in, and then so whenever you're gonna need it to turn on, it'll be right there. And then I think I just ended up bringing another background layer in, so that helps you out there. And basically what you're going to do for the same thing for the ducks, I mean the ducks are already animated as well. Like I said, this is all going to be available over on the website. If you guys don't feel like doing the animation, I don't blame you, because it is a pretty tedious process. But let's see here, we got the duck. And what I did with the ducks is I brought them down behind everything. That way it kind of looks, well, not behind that. Boop. Behind the trees. And with this one, all you gotta do is animate the position with this as well. You click your layer, you hit P for position, hit your stop clock to set a keyframe. You move forward on your timeline, and then you just grab your layer and you move them. There you go. Since your animation's already flapping, all you gotta do is move them across the screen. Pretty easy stuff, huh? Anyway, so that's how that was done. And then you just go ahead and you do this a couple more times. You bring in another duck. That's pretty much it. Everything else is just kind of fine-tuning everything that you have. But that is basically how it goes down. This whole project file, like I said, will be available over on the website, bluejuju.com, for download. The whole website itself should be up within the next week. So today's date is the 12th of June, so it'll definitely be up by the 19th. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to do a couple more of these. As far as the other one goes, the original, I brought this gun out, like this gun right here. Basically, I just, in Photoshop, I cut around it. You know, it's a gun I own. It's a Mosin, you know, has a bayonet. I thought that was funny, so that's why I put it in the video. Bayonets are gangster. If you didn't know that, now you do. And then to create these little things, all you have to do is layer, new layer, solid. You want to do a black solid. Boop. Okay. Make sure your layer is selected, and you want to make a mask. So we'll do rounded rectangular, and we'll just draw out a mask real quick. There we go. And then all you gotta do is hit T for opacity, bring down the opacity, kind of feather it a little bit. And that's basically how I created this. You know, that's the gist of it. And then you just kind of mess around with it until you get it to look right. But I want to thank you for watching the tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the box below there, and I will try to answer them. This is my first tutorial I've done. I promise they'll get better, so hold me to it. Alright, well, thanks a lot guys for watching, and once again, have a good one.